I think. Warhorse bred for battle rather than show.
His grandsire.
Now, let's swing back to Nottingham and the sheriff, who is still obsessively hunting for Robin Hood. His advisors suggest the outlaw may have fled the region, or even the country, given the recent lull in attacks. But the sheriff, ever the calculating villain, disagrees. He knows Robert Locksley is the man, and he is convinced that Robert won't leave until he gets revenge for his father's execution. The sheriff continues to pour money into the search, devising new strategies, totally committed to finding his nemesis first. But he has a new problem brewing right under his nose. The Earl of Huntingdon, Marian's father, is furious and consumed by the death of his son. He's been openly critical of the sheriff's incompetence, even questioning him in front of the Queen. Now, he's quietly starting to rally the other earls and barons, attempting to build a movement against the sheriff, arguing that his failure to maintain order has ruined the peace and prosperity of the Midlands. The sheriff, however, is not a man to tolerate insubordination. He learns of Huntingdon's betrayal and decides to send a brutal message. The sheriff rides to the Locksley estate and, in a shocking public display, beats Huntingdon severely right in front of witnesses. He warns him that if he continues his rebellion, he will be killed. The gauntlet has been thrown down. The sheriff and Huntingdon are now open enemies. Could this rivalry be the opening Robert needs? Will Huntingdon, out of desperation and revenge, actually turn on the sheriff and aid the man who killed his son? That would be a delicious twist of fate, wouldn't it? Meanwhile, we have to talk about another surprising romance that's been developing: Priscilla and William Marshal. What started as a potentially temporary, intimate affair now looks like a genuine whirlwind romance. Crucially, the sheriff is completely unaware of it, suggesting Priscilla's initial intent wasn't just to spy for her father. She seems truly attached, and William Marshal, the Earl of Pembroke, is also incredibly serious. Despite his past reputation as a ladies' man, he goes straight to the sheriff and asks for permission to court his daughter. The sheriff, surprisingly, grants it, but warns him against hurting Priscilla. When she hears about this, she's initially annoyed that he asked her father before her, but ultimately, she is happy. This relationship is not just a personal matter. William Marshal is a powerful man at court. Will Priscilla and William become a political power couple, potentially challenging her father's authority or even aiding Marian's mission? It's another key alliance to watch. Back in the depths of Sherwood, Robin Hood and his merry men have been holed up in a cave his father once told him about. Word of their daring acts has spread like wildfire, and disillusioned Saxon foresters, fed up with Norman tyranny, are flocking to join them. The group is growing, and with that growth comes a new problem: the need for money. The gold from the bishop's convoy is running low. Robert needs a new target, and he chooses Lord Warwick, a notoriously cruel Norman leader known for exploiting and torturing poor Saxons. The episode goes to great lengths to paint Warwick as a truly despicable villain, first by showing him callously dismissing Saxons as subhuman animals, and then, in a truly dark scene, showing him sexually exploiting a Saxon woman in his castle. This is the justification Robert needs. Despite Friar Tuck's objections about the scale of the violence, Robin Hood and the merry men launch a massive attack on Warwick's castle. Soldiers and guards are killed, and they corner and beat Warwick, forcing him to hand over his entire wealth. Robert leaves his mark, literally, by stabbing Warwick in the arm, a bloody reminder to all other figures of authority that he is coming for them next. The consequences, however, are immediate and severe. The sheriff, upon learning of the brazen attack, travels to Sherwood and, unable to find Robert, arrests Robert's uncle, Gamewell, the representative of the Saxons in the forest. This brings us to the final, emotional twist for Robert. He's lost Marian, he's escalated the war, and now his own uncle is a prisoner because of his actions. But as one door closes, another opens. Remember Rosemary, the woman who disguised herself as the male outlaw Ralph Miller? She's been interested in Robert for a while, expressing her feelings with a passionate kiss when he saved her life before. Robert, loyal to Marian, had kept her at arm's length. But now that Marian is truly out of the picture, Rosemary makes a significant change. She sheds her male guise, wearing a dress that Mylange makes for her, openly embracing her true identity. And with Marian gone, Robert finally gives in. In the closing moments of the episode, Robert and Rosemary are seen sharing a passionate kiss. Is this a new, lasting love? Or is it a reckless rebound for a broken-hearted outlaw? How will Robert react to his uncle's arrest? And how will his new romance with Rosemary influence the massive confrontation that is surely coming with the sheriff? You'll have to watch the next episode to find out. Don't miss the next chapter in the thrilling saga of Robin Hood. If you loved this deep dive and want to see more breakdowns of this epic series, make sure to smash that like button, tell me in the comments below who you think is the bigger threat, Prince John or the sheriff, and subscribe so you don't miss our next video.
Crack your back, stand up to France, but we sing